Welcome back to Campaign Playthrough, episode 33, as we continue our campaign playthrough with our Dark Hero, Shade. When we last left off, we did our last Shadow quest with Shadow Trial 6, I believe it was called. Even with this wraps up to 7, we're not going to get any more, and we're way too far gone to try and get any heroic deeds, because every time we would wrap, we would just drop one of our dark deeds. And we also have the Crimson Eye that is really pulling us, dragging us down. So I don't think there's anything to change in our commerce. We've got that pretty much how we'd like it. The infirmary is empty right now. It's good, so all of our heroes are available. We will still go to the tavern and do a side story. Yeah, Shade's a pretty good drinker. We'll go to our energy stops. Gets us a little bit of experience. I have a feeling that we'll also start the next quest with some cards. And we'll definitely visit the marketplace. So we have a opportunity presents itself. We can trade basically 75 campaign resources for 150 experience. We'll definitely take that opportunity. Building up our experience to get to a next upgrade on our card, which should be, we'll look once we get to around 1,000. Wild Pilfer, gain all treasure to your discard pile from a foreign play that has the most. This is not really a great power. Maybe if it is a cheap power. Maybe if I had got it early, might take it. Soothing is a great power, but it only activates on the green, which we don't. We do have some green cards, but they're not generally our focus. Eltrops, yeah, we're not adding to the market deck, and this Minor Cure is okay-ish, but it is on a yellow, which we do have more yellow. And I don't think we're going to take it. We're decent enough at wound management, other than the last Shadow game that we attempted when we let it get away from us and we lost because of it. But most part, don't let it get away from us and don't lose because of it. So, Showstopper. Yeah, this is one of my favorite quests in the game, actually. But also, I do have some difficulties with it because it's almost too easy, but as we play through it, I will explain it the way that it goes. We will pick a deck building kind of crew to go on this one. Yeah, let's keep Kreslin, let's keep Tank, and let's put in our old Apprentice Mage Merry Minstrel combo and build up a good deck that churns through really fast. At least that'll be the plan. And we will proceed in and start this quest.
With the first signs of spring, excitement fills the air, compounded by the celebration of spring, highlighted by Maestro Rudengar and his famous circus act. Rudengar's circus is large, and he dreams of creating the greatest show ever seen. To fulfill his dreams, he would go to any lengths necessary, including roughing up and outright removing the competition. He was not going to let anyone, especially a drunken second-rate hack like Captain Tango, stand in the way of his dreams. That's where you come in, as Captain Tango approaches you with hopeful desperation. Captain Tango pleads with you to be the bigger bully and knock Maestro Rudengar down a notch or two, and give his and the other shows a chance at least to show you what they might offer. He knows many people and has access to creative resources, which he promises to reward you if you can aid him. If nothing else, whom he knows could be beneficial, as you will need any allies and aid in preparing to face the dragon.
Be the bigger bully. I think we can do that. So this is a Message of Force quest, but this one's a little bit different, a little bit interesting, a little bit fun. Yeah, and I'll get into some of why that is here. So as suspected, after that last Tavern Tale, some drink cards here already, passed out card. Game might be beginning to think we're having a drinking problem. Don't know that I want to waste the better with drinking. Really, this is not a great starting hand, so I think that I'll take a side job. Oh, we'll go over his kind of powers and stuff like that. So, and he is the reason why I think that this is one of the more fun quests, and some of the cards that he's got with him. But his ambition is ringleader, so you'll basically make one of our random heroes from the tavern enter the city as a monster, and then when we beat them, we get them, we play them immediately, and we get them. He wins if we become too successful, and this is why sometimes I have trouble with this, and it's the way that I play this game that I've built myself. And because what I do is I usually build up my turn resources and turn attack, and then decide what I want to do. But with this particular arch villain, you have to keep that in check, or he will get away from you and you will lose. Also, he's the first arch villain that we're meeting that has dodge, which we've encountered dodge before, and his defenses are high, so it's going to be annoying to try and battle him, and you have to beat him 4 times, and he will level up, and his chapter, that's what it does too, will level him up even more. The Deep Shadows just gives him even more for going negative, so maybe we shouldn't have brought Tank, but I think we can do the Message of Force very, very easily. Just, don't want to let it get away from us and fail with getting 30 or more grand successes, which is basically just our turn attack, turn resources, and vault added up. And there's also the pleasure and pain. If you have a wound in your hand, receive +1 anytime you play a card. So that's just, again, a little way that, yes, you get a bonus, but it can slip away from you pretty easily if you're not paying attention to it. So right now, because we have 1 vault in play, he's already at 3%. As soon as we start playing some more cards, he's going to go up a little bit more. So C is already to 10%. 3 is not a lot either. I'm going to take another side job. And looks like we're more or less getting rid of some of our passed out cards. That should hopefully more or less be the end of them. So take another side job, clean those up. And there's still 1 more passed out. Ah, the Happy Clown. Such a joy to beat. So we're going to try and beat him 1 time. We can see we're already up to 33% win just by having this much here, but we will buy the lucky day, drop it down to 17. The clown has Spectacle when you beat him, so you draw and play the top card of your deck. So again, if you have a super strong deck and you pull a card that gives you a big bonus, this fighting a clown could cost you the game. We still had 1 more passed out, but that does get them all out of there because we just shuffled our deck. . 2 more. 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 2 And they definitely want to savage that unicorn's psyche. Most games I'd probably let it get away because you get +1, but in this case, he essentially counts as a foe with 4 more health, so that's how I want to win this quest, so that's how we're going to attempt to win this quest. And we'll jump up to 7. Assassins to go to 8. Grab a card. So there is our first part of the quest, 1 of 4 done. We're not done our turn yet, but again, got to keep an eye on this a little bit. Don't want things getting away from us. And with 11, going to train. Treasure Hoarder is usually a great card, but Building Vault is not something I want to do, so I'm going to stay away from that. And we will train into a Living Off the Land card. And that's when Relentless Pursuit comes out, which is the card I really want, but I don't have enough XP to train into it. And I think I'll just take a side job. I'm going to do greed. I'm going to spend my vault to buy this card. So there's his ringleader thing. So we are going to fight that Apprentice Mage card. And when we beat it, we're going to get it and play it. So we're going to draw a card, play one, and then get the card we just got. So you can see we're already up to 43% again, 47%. And we're going to take a card from our stables. And we'll take either one of these cards. Yeah, I'll go for the Royal Sauce. Out comes the Strongman. He's got lingering, basically no defenses, fairly high health. 43% right now, no attack, 53. Okay, 80% at win right now. Way too much money. Let's train into that guy. He comes out. We really should probably not have brought Tank on here, because again, this is his best card, but it builds vault like no one's build business, and if we can't spend it, we'll get into trouble. Gonna fight the clown. 7. Yeah, we've got a decent chance of doing it. Only a full defense rune would stop it, which is what he got, but that will bring him down to almost dead. We have way too much vault here. I'm going to buy Blood and Gold. I don't have to play it, but I do not want this vault this high. Actually, we can do it a different way. We will take the Soothing Song, take another Living off the Land. There. It's cleaned up pretty good. And we can still do the Assassins just to deck build a little bit stronger. Just can't dodge. More than enough. Yeah, we only need 2 of these cards. So this should be the second. Yeah, we'll pass out. Slow us down a little bit. It's fine. And I don't have enough to get the Mysterious Stranger, which is who I want right now. Don't think that beating her will count towards the Message of Force. But that unicorn they just drew well. He is good for cleaning up the commoners. Okay, gotta be a little careful. %. 67%. 83%. Battle the Unicorn for number 3 of 4. Do not want to risk losing this. But let's destroy this, we should be fine. And we'll get Lady Jane as well. I don't think this will win it for us. Okay, so now we just need to hold on until we get the one more tougher foe. It's not right here. And here comes the Ogre Brute, which once we beat him, we will win this game, but not sure we'll be able to get him right immediately here. We'll see what we can drag out of here. Get him those cards. We could just use the assassins, the Dirk, might as well. Only get us to 4, but this next round we'll definitely finish them off with the cards that come out. Because we had seen the Lucky Day, the Relentless Pursuit, and the Strike from Shadows, so game over. Deciding how we want to play it. Really, Relentless Pursuit is going to be enough. And that's what we'll play. Got the win.
In the days that follow, the weather turns and spring arrives, as you finish driving off Maestro Ruddengar and his famous circus. On the final day of the conflict, as the sun begins to set on the chaotic muddy circus grounds, Captain Tango approaches with an air of gratitude, and a sizable chest of coins that he presents to you. There is sincerity in his voice as he thanks you for your bravery. You have given us, and other shows, a chance to carry on our performances, and bring smiles to the people of the land. As I promised, I will give you a writ of introduction to King Arslan Huntington. I hear his lands have fallen under a curse. King Huntington is a man of honor. I am certain if you aided him in his time of need, he would more than pay you back. He could be a valuable ally in the coming days ahead.
So we have some choices. We're not going to get him to do a circus performance. We're not doing a good playthrough here. But I think that we'll stick with our shady nature and we'll press him for a larger reward. And the snow has stopped, and this is where we will wrap up this episode. Thanks for tuning in.